Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mechanics of Poetry. This is episode 12. That's right. I've run out of fingers to describe this episode of season 2, where we are doing one-on-one with poets, looking at 3 of their poems, and I'm giving my spontaneous reaction to the poems. And of course, we discuss it a bit and go through 3 poems. And then after that, you can get the 4-in-1 on how to get some poetry from this particular author, whose name is Heather Parker. So I turn it over to Heather right now to say whatever she likes before we see the first poem.
Yeah. Hi, Don. Thank you so much for having me and doing this. This is really incredible to participate in this. My name is Heather Parker. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I also go by Funky Sunshine. I do have a book, Loving a Lioness, Poetry in Life, Love and Arrows, published through the World Stage Press here in LA. And poetry has helped me get through many things since I was a teenager, and I'm well past my teen years now. So
that's the title of Heather's next book, 19 Years a Teenager.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great idea.
All right, I'm going to bring on the first poem. I'm eager to get to this. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Would you like to read it?
Sure. I met Jesus fall 1996 between thug lives, marijuana leaves, and midnight. The moon shines so bright, the trees appeared iridescent. Who knows? I was high. I like getting lifted. Not much different from ascension. Bullshit. I was escaping. Life was overweight, heavy, and burdensome. My soul ached. I couldn't catch my breath, let alone a break, until I met Jesus. He spoke to me like I mattered, made me his favorite meal, and served me like I was good company. I felt special. I felt hopeful. Even while unsure, he showed me I had a choice. One road to death, the other to life. I was young, naive, and stupid, yet that night made sense. Scared as hell, I chose the path to life. Friends mocked me, spread lies, the sting of it momentary compared to this new high life brings. Jesus accepted me. As dirty as I was, saw through my sin. He didn't see a whore. He didn't see a thief. He didn't see a liar. He didn't see a cheat. He saw he saw a girl who was aching, damaged and confused. He took me in and saved me from my life of sin. Love covered all of me. I am free. 2018. I live, love purposefully.
All right. Yeah, we got that. Okay. Well, I just want to declare I have never met Heather Parker before, okay, people? I've seen this poem for the first time. That's the way I like it. I like to be spontaneous. I like to give my first reaction to whoever I'm reading or whatever poem it is. And this poem, my first reaction is, this poet writes like she speaks. These lines reflect the way it should be heard out loud. And to me, that is the most honest way to write a poem. I really like that. I really do. There's no artifice here. That notwithstanding, there's some really interesting lines. It comes pretty quick in the poem. You have the moon shines so bright, the trees appeared iridescent. Love that image. Love that image. And it was a little farther down when you met Jesus, and you were like, I remember it was like 2 roads, the road of life and the road of death, right?
Mm-hmm.
There it is. I found it. Yeah, right there. He showed me I had a choice. One road to death, the other to life. So that's just interesting storytelling is what it is. It's interesting because you're viscerally following what this person is going through. So you did a good job of getting that emotion out. You have the sting of it momentary compared to this new high life brings. See, that's another one of my favorite lines in this poem. And really, the last thing that struck me that I like about this poem, and I like in just about any poem that does this, you got the year in there. People don't realize, our poems are like our diary, right? They are records they're records of a time. And this is a very significant time for you. And I'm glad to know what year it was, right? It doesn't take a lot of space to do that. I am free, 2018. I live life purposefully. There you go. There you go. That's my reaction. Did you want to say anything about this poem?
Thank you.
Or you move on to the next one?
Just a little bit, if I might.
It's like your manifesto. It's your woman manifesto.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody should write a manifesto or woman manifesto. Okay. Yeah. Now to find the second poem, that's what I got to figure out. Is that a separate email or?
It is.
It is? Okay. So I'm going to go back. Let's see if I can do this on screen.
Okay.
It looks like I can.
Test your skills.
Right?
Yes.
Can you see the next poem? Oh, yeah. Life is good. All right. This one doesn't have a title, right?
It is titled Fragments.
All right. Oh, yeah, there it is. Subject fragments. All right. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Diving into you amazed me. Must be that maze you created, see, diverting the less determined from seeing the real you, but I'm different, persistent, insisting on understanding your game, but what I found were fragments, fragmented pieces, who you were, who you are, who you wish to be. You're like a puzzle, at least you're puzzling, confusing. That's what the devil does, doesn't he? Confuses situations, making people believe their truth isn't reality, pretending to be someone worth loving. Yet what I found were fragments, fragmented pieces, who you were, who you are, who you wish to be. Yet you're none of these, not even some of these, not the man I thought you'd be. You offered me something make-believe, lured me into your reality with your charm and your chemistry, only to confuse and bewilder me. I sat there some nights feeling badly, thinking it was me. Yet you leached off my energy, craved my spirituality, secretly jealous of my destiny. A grown man, a broken man, blinded by lies, Jekyll and Hyde. I met one guy one day and the other guy the next. I thought you were whole, yet what I found were fragments, fragmented pieces, who you were, who you are, who you wish to be. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to piece your fragments together. I'm not getting any younger, and there's no guarantee you'll be free. And since I'm not one to shoot craps, I'll call it a wrap, leaving you where you stand, fragmented pieces of a man.
Oh.
That's that piece.
Last line got me good. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your response. Oh.
Save the best for last. Yeah. Well, okay. Hey, so second poem in, I'm learning even more about Heather Parker's poetry. Now I realize that a little spoken word background going on here. Yeah, I could hear it. You're having a lot of fun with the rhyme.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of playful even. Yeah. And it gave me one notion. I don't even know it's even appropriate to say this, but your poems, they have flow. You know what I mean? They flow. And some poets, they feel the need to physically show the I guess you'd put it, the ideas in the flow. So I'm just going to offer this, not telling you to do this at all, because if there's anything I respect, I just finished saying, I respect flow because it's so natural. But this poem, a little devil inside of me said, wouldn't it be interesting if this poem was also in fragments to a degree?
Oh.
Yeah. I wonder if that would be a good thing. I don't know. I mean, it's good now, but I wonder if that would make a difference. I don't know. It just occurred to me because that seems to be the theme here, big time. And maybe visually, right, if you're putting it in a publication, maybe that would be a good idea. That's what hit me.
That sounds like fun, something that would
Yeah,
be
and
great
extra
to
added
play
bonus
with.
thought here, extra added bonus thought. If anybody's been
Okay.
watching these episodes, they know I tell people I paid $30,000 to find out these things about poetry. Oh, hang on one second.
Sure, no problem.
Oh, sorry. My neighbor said I was too loud.
Wow.
Yes, I'm keeping that in the show. Okay.
That's
Now, where was
awesome.
I? Oh, yeah. The thing I paid $30,000 to do. Yeah, I remember now. I say it will cost you nothing. They blew my mind in the very first quarter that I was there by saying, did you know you can have more than one version of your poem? Huh? Yeah. Oh, you mean I can have this version and that version? And to teach us this, they had us read Terrence Hayes. He had a book, 99 different versions of the same poem.
Wow.
And it was just mind expanding.
That's
I can have more
amazing.
than one version. And I could have one published here. I could have one published there. So you can have your flow version and you can have your fragment version. They can coexist on this planet. What a concept.
Yeah, thank you for that.
No charge. Okay, so we'll go. Unless you want to say something else, we'll go to the third poem.
No, I'm good.
Let's go. Okay, I'm glad you're a satisfied customer. Okay. And the third one is right here, femininity.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not an expert on this one. Go ahead, Jen.
Femininity is the soft spot nestled between my right and left breast. Golden white light beams from this bold heart, pulsating from the center of my chest. I, unafraid of being open, offer myself to you vulnerably, wanting you to feel safe in my company. Femininity is the soft spot. You can see it in my eyes looking at you softly. I am bothered by your past, nor concerned with your potential. I see you for who you are now, and I just have to get next to you. Proximity doesn't faze me. We bonded with 2,173 miles between us. Some call me crazy, but energy doesn't lie. Femininity is the soft spot moving through my insides. I master luscious, magnetic, sacral energy, funnel it through pure love, knowing what I want is you, watching my manifestations come through. Our love is undeniable. Femininity is a soft spot. You can hear it when I speak to you. I honor the God in you. I care about how my words hit you. I tell you the truth, even when you don't want to hear it. We learn how to just be, even when it's uncomfortable. We get messy to make it beautiful. Femininity is the soft spot rooted in the core of me. Whenever I feel flighty, you ground me with the greatest ease. In turn, I lift you higher. We build on love. We go through all kinds of shit and keep learning we can trust this. Femininity is the soft spot within my belly, the place where my giggling roars, as does my hunger. My intuition and yours meet in other dimensions. Me, a sun child, you, earthy love. We feel at home, basking in the sun, basking in this regenerative love. Femininity is the soft spot at the crown of my head where my ancestors poured oil when blessing me with you. We skate through the heavens like teenage love in the 80s. I dig your moves. My smile is bigger than a supermoon. All of me stays soft, being in love with you.
Yeah. I
Thank
learned a
you.
lot. I learned a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, every poet has something to offer. They really do. I've never met a poet that didn't have something to offer. We're all
I
unique, we're all
agree.
individual. We should be open, to use one of your phrases there, to each other's frequencies. And in this case, I was grabbed right away by the beginning of the poem. Femininity is this, I'm amazed I can even say that, pronounce that properly. Femininity is this soft spot nestled between my right and left breast. So right away, you got me visually there. I'm going, oh, is that where it is? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know. Yeah. And then farther down, right about here, this was interesting to me. Proximity doesn't faze me. We bonded with 2,173 miles between us. I love the specificity of that.
Hmm.
That's very interesting. Makes me wonder how that was even possible. Yeah, I mean, I'm going through something similar to that right now because my fiance is in China, 7,500 miles away. And we haven't touched each other in 631 days, excuse me, 632 days because of the pandemic,
Right, right,
right?
right.
Nobody's going from China to the US or US to China. There's none of that going on. There's no tourism right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not the only ones. There's people in Europe have the same problem, right? Europe has been closed off to tourism and they depend on tourism. France
Mm-hmm.
and Spain are the two top countries in the world for tourism. And right now, nothing. So yeah, very bad. Meanwhile, sorry about that digression there. Back to the poem.
It's all right.
So that was just my personal relation. That's another thing I like to think everybody does when they read a poem. They can, they find something they can personally relate to. It makes them think about something from their own life. And in that regard, it's like every poem is a gateway to another poem. It's like you read what's the best way to get an idea for a poem? Read another poem, right? Yeah.
That's a great point. Yes.
Yeah, it's so true. And then, wow, then this poem really gets good. You have that part about the magnetic sacral energy. I forgot the words master luscious first. Master luscious magnetic sacral energy, funnel it through pure love. I mean, this is just great stuff. Great stuff. I'm just enjoying the trip.
Thank you.
And then I'm a big fan of symbolism. And you've got great symbols right here in me, a sun child, you, earthly love. I just love that in a poem. I mean, if someone can do that, symbolism is so meaningful. And yeah, I can relate to that too, because I don't know how it happened. Oh man, are you going to talk about this, Mr. Campbell? I can't believe
do it.
I'm admitting this, but okay, maybe it's her feminine energy, okay? Maybe that's what it is. But every day we are corresponding through this thing called WeChat, which is kind of like Skype, I guess, or it's the Chinese equivalent of those kind of things.
Okay.
So you can text each other, you can send photographs, you can send videos, you can even have a live conversation, either audio or video, and it's free.
Wow, even better.
But don't feel bad for the company. Don't feel bad for the company, because the way they make money, they also allow you to make financial transactions.
Oh.
For WeChat. So you can purchase things, you can send people money, and it does everything. It's like the Swiss Army knife of social media in China. You can do everything on WeChat. And in fact, for those financial reasons, that's why the president wanted to ban WeChat in the United States. And I was very afraid that was going to happen, but Supreme Court justice stopped it. Oh,
Wow.
and what's the embarrassing part of that? I haven't even said the embarrassing part. Here's the embarrassing part.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing in the morning for her is about 3 in the afternoon over here. So the first thing she does, she sends me a short clip in bed, and I can see her legs. So I told her, maybe it's the poet in me. Maybe being a poet is a good thing in a relationship. Maybe it's true. I said, that's my sunshine every morning. When you send me that short video of your legs.
That is so sweet.
She loves it. She loves that. She loves that. Oh my God. I just got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful, Don.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right.
Yep.
So to conclude this
I'm
poem.
a mushy person, so I'm gonna start crying here in a second. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, that's why after 632 days, I think our relationship is even stronger than it was. Right? Because this communication has been so pure. Which gets me to the ending. Remember my reaction at the end? Remember?
Yes. Yes.
You said, I dig your moves. No, even before that, you had this skating through the heavens like a teenager back in the 80s, you know? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I dig your moves. My smile is bigger than a super moon. People should be doing this. All of me stays soft, being in love with you. Wow. Yeah. You saved the best for last there. You really did.
Yeah.
Always a good thing in a poem to do that. All right. Well, if you enjoyed Heather's poetry as much as me, you want to ask Heather right now, well, how can we get our hands on your poetry, Heather? How can we do that? What avenues are there? Any avenues to get your poetry?
Yes. It is.
You have a book?
I do have a book.
How can they get the book? The World
You
Stage
can get
Press?
Yes, World Stage Press, which is worldstagepress.org.
Org, okay, gotta get that right.
Yeah.
Do you have
and
any
also on
poems on the internet?
Amazon. I do. You can, on Facebook, I have a poetry page, which is Poetess Funky Sunshine. And you can also, I share stuff on my Instagram page on occasion. Say I do energy work and relationship coaching, and I feel like it is all relative.
Oh, I'm doing my therapy with the right person then. Thank you, Heather.
You're
All right,
welcome.
so people, no excuses, okay? You know how to reach Heather, right? Facebook, Instagram,
Yes.
Stage Press. All right.
Yes.
She has a poetry page. Is that an author page or what is it called? Poetry page?
It's the Poetess Funky Sunshine. It's a poetry page. I share my own poems, other people's poems.
Okay, so a lot on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could go there. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And on Instagram, it's Soul Knowing Energy Healing. Soul, like your soul, knowing, energy, healing.
Yeah, you have a way with words. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
We got to
Thanks, Dawn.
conclude. So I'm going to set us free. Here we go.